some believe 7 is a lucky number. Well then, there's 7 news for you right here, right now. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to romrom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing, and to our regular news roundup where we tell you all that's new in the world of sim racing, racing games and anything else of interest to petrolheads in all things digital. My name's Serta and as always I will lead you through this video. If you have any news for us, be it a sim racing league, a different sim racing event or any other news that you think fit here, send us a mail to news@romrom.net. That's news@romrom.net. Do you feel lucky? I think we all can in spite of everything that's going on. Our hobby is soaring and we have more ways to enjoy it than ever before. As you will see in our news today, that consists of Fanatec limited edition steering wheel is open for pre-order, a big patch for SnowRunner came out this week, Iracing releasing a very special new track, another big patch this time for Assetto Corsa Competizione, this week's release for Automobilista 2, new cars, a new track for Race Room Racing Experience, and a much needed update for Drift 21. Before we start, remember that if you want to be informed about new videos, click subscribe and also click on the bell and become part of the ever-growing RomRom family. You can pre-order Codemasters F1 2020 at Fanatec now for just €1 or USD, but there's a catch. You will have to pre-order their limited edition F1 steering wheel coming out on July 3rd to do so, which costs a little bit more than €1 or USD, namely €450 or USD. If you place an order for this wheel, you can additionally pre-order the Codemasters F1 registered 2020 Deluxe Schumacher edition for €1 or USD. The Club Sports Steering Wheel F1 Registered 2020 is, as every year, a limited edition offering, with magnetic shifters and made mostly of carbon. According to their data, the wheel is compatible with Club Sport, CSL and Podium wheelbases. I wonder how much of that price is the F1 licensing? After some hot fixes correcting the most glaring errors, and if I saw it right, fixing at least one exploit, SnowRunner's developers have released a big patch, their words, not ours, this week. It mostly addresses issues on the PS4 version of the game and adds some co-op fixes as well as stability issues on PC. No, PlayStation 4 users still can't access mods, but the developers are working on that. Furthermore, they announced the release of an free update that will bring a 4th map to Taimyr, and I haven't even finished Michigan yet, and cross-region co-op. If you want to take a peek at it and report any bugs you find, they will soon open up a public test branch for us to test. Also, they've made it clear that future updates of SnowRunner will expand the mod abilities so mod makers can rejoice us with maps, missions and interiors. I think this game will keep on giving for a long time. Iracing is bringing the North Wilkesboro Speedway to the sim. What makes this track special, other than its special connection with legendary driver Dale Earnhardt, is that the track has not been used since 1996 and had to be cleansed up and repaired so it could be laser scanned for iRacing. The version you will be able to see and race if you buy it will simulate the state of the track in 1987. This oval will become part of the NASCAR Legends series that will start on iRacing this June and will include the 1987 Ford Thunderbird and Chevrolet Monte Carlo, I suppose with Dale's livery on it. As was to be expected from Kunos, they are still working on Assetto Corsa Competizione and just released their 1.4 version of the sim. It corrects track limit penalty tolerances, has changed the method the special events get updated so we won't need to go through a game update just for it, fine-tuned a lot of the game physics, aero, tires, specifics of some cars, and some graphics and audio corrections. You can also choose the colors of your driver's attire and take a look into the cockpit cockpit of any car in the showroom. As we already said in other news, the console version is planned for the 23rd of June. It is clear now that there will be no way that console players and PC players will race against each other, a limitation we personally already know from Elite Dangerous. Later in the summer, Kunos wants to release a DLC with GT4 cars, more details as soon as we get them of course, and in the winter of this year we will see a British Track Pack DLC. While this update is mostly focused on force feedback, physics and AI, it, at last, brings the option to save replays, including a replay gallery, and also updates to the HUD, adding curse, boost and push to pass display for vehicles that offer those options. With these changes, you'll notice flat spots stronger than before the update, especially on soft tires. It also brings the implementation of some, but not all, push to pass rules on stock car V8, adds curse to Formula Racer, and the brakes have been revised for all cars, including removing anything having to do with brake ducts in cars that don't have them. The AI has become more realistic and also more careful near human players, and there have been lots of details and bugs corrected to different tracks and vehicles. Remember to check any setups you have saved, as the changes in physics and force feedback may have changed the behavior of the car and the setup. You can now race the Daytona International Speedway in Race From Racing Experience on the street course and the MotoGP layout for about €5. The Speedway layout is also there, but it's not supported, which we think means there is no AI available, but you can race it alone or in multiplayer. And it's a good question if you can set up a car fitting to oval racing. Added to that, you can buy the Porsche 911 RSR for €4 if you didn't win it, which most of us did not, of course. If you want to have the car and the 6 livery packs it comes with, it'll cost you €5. It's interesting to see that you can find the car in the GTE class, so hopefully we'll get more cars of this series in the future. Also, the Cupra Leon Competición Simracing series just started, and if you make it into their leaderboard, you get to keep the car, as they already did with the Porsche. A new update has appeared for this drifting sim. It fixes issues with the handling of Thrustmaster wheels, as well as issues with the handbrake, some smaller sound issues and some graphic issues, while they continue working on the overall, quote, driving model, controller support, force feedback, graphics, sounds, and user experience, end quote. The controller support being one of the biggest issues we found in our review, see the link up there. Drift 21 is still on early access, €10 or USD off the final price. We still don't cost you a dime, so why don't you check the playlist to the left or the video to the right. Until next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other at the podium.
Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.